And welcome back to continued coverage here on the Weather Channel. I'm meteorologist Reynolds Wolfe. And before we get into the rest of our show, a bit of housekeeping. Letting you know that earlier, Chris Brewer and I had a conversation about the tide times. I was wrong. Tide time is actually at 7:42 p.m., and that does matter. Folks, we all have our limitations, and I've got more than my fair share. That is for sure. But I'll tell you, the tide time is going to play a huge role in what we're going to be dealing with in terms of the big wave action, of course, the prospect of flooding that we may experience not only here, but in many places up and down the eastern seaboard. To give us a better handle on what to anticipate, let's go to the man. This is the mayor, Mayor Marty Small. We really appreciate your time, sir. And I got to ask you, when it comes to these kind of systems, be it tropical, be it a nor'easter, are there some areas that are of greater concern for you around Atlantic City?
Yes, and thank you to the Weather Channel audience. And despite the storm, it's a great day here in the city of Atlantic City. But that's one thing that we know how to do well. My administration is prepared, from the beach patrol to emergency management to police to fire to public works. We got a little bit of experience in this. And, you know, with the concerns, the Bungalow Park area, the Venice Park area, the Chelsea Heights area, the Fairmount Avenue area, flood-prone areas here in the great city of Atlantic City. High tide, as you mentioned earlier, is at 7:42, and we're expecting a 7.6 as far as flooding goes. Just to give you an idea, Sandy was a 10.9, and like I said, we are communicating with our residents very well. Communication is the key. We had a press event on this, and you know we've been talking this up all over the country, including this interview now. But more importantly, as I said, we're prepared, and our job is to keep the residents and visitors safe here in the great city of Atlantic City.
See, that's a huge responsibility. That you not only do you have to watch out for your own constituents, you're a host city. You've got people that come in from all over in America. What advice would you give to not only people who've been here for generations, but also people who are new to this?
Yes, this is an international destination, the great city of Atlantic City, and as mayor, I'm responsible for the health, welfare, and safety of the residents and the tourists. It's heed to our warnings. It is very dangerous. As you can see out there, there's a lot of people that's watching waves. This is a surfer's dream, so people will try to get out there on surfboards. Some people got experience, some people don't. We're telling you just to be careful and don't go out there. One of the things that we're devastated about, we're projected to lose our beach in the north end of Atlantic City. North Beach, the casinos, which is Hard Rock, Ocean, and resorts and showboats in between. We just got the beach replenished from the Army Corps of Engineers, and we're just hoping to salvage some of the beach for the last 2 weekends of the summer, and then we'll go back and talk to the federal government about helping us out again, because you can't control Mother Nature.
That's for sure. We do think that tomorrow should be a better day, sky-wise, more sunshine into the weekend. Still concerns about rip currents, though?
Yes. I mean, listen, the surf is always dangerous here in the great city of Atlantic City. Flooding is a major concern, even though we threw a bunch of dollars at infrastructure as far as pump stations and more. You can't control what you can't control, but most thing, I want the residents and visitors to know that the great city of Atlantic City has great professionals, and this is something that we have experience in, and you know, we just want to tell the residents to, you know, heed to the warning, particularly the wind. 45 mile per hour wind sustained over a few hours, 55 mile per hour wind gusts as we get late into the night, 35 miles per hour wind and 45 mile per hour wind gusts. But like I said, we put the message out, everyone knows, and you know, we will weather the storm. We will service the residents and the tourists here in the great city of Atlantic City.
Mayor Small, we have about a minute left. Real fast, I want to ask you, if the Atlantic hurricane season were a football game, we're still in the first quarter. We've got a long season ahead of us. How do you stay vigilant? How do you stay prepared for a very long season?
Listen, it's just like my football team. You brought up the sports analogy. The world champion Philadelphia Eagles, which is going to win it again. We're prepared here, be it events like this, blizzards, nor'easters, and more. We got the professional team, you know, to execute and, you know, weather the proverbial storm or the literal storm.
There you go, sir. I really appreciate your time. I know working hard around the clock for his people, no doubt. Thank you, sir, very much. Well, folks, I'll tell you, you still have quite a few folks out here. As Chris brought up earlier, it does have kind of like a November feel to it. I mean, we're still in August, but it is a cooler day. Wearing the jackets, not necessarily for the rain, but definitely for the cooler air, the wind which continues to come in. You heard what the mayor said. Got to stay vigilant. We do anticipate still that rising water, which could be, again, any place in Atlantic City that is susceptible to flooding. This will be the time we could see that water come up. And remember, although conditions get better into the weekend, rip currents still a problem out there on the open water. All right, folks, coverage continues coming up. I'm going to step out of the way, but you got a great shot here of Atlantic City right along the historic boardwalk.